Hello everyone, welcome to another ERP implementation introduction video. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the double entries of the production process. If you watch my previous videos, we are going on the floor. We discuss about the purchase process. We discuss about the sales process. Now we are in production process discussion. So would like to say like to inform before start this video, if you don't have any idea about the business process, if you want to get some idea about the business process, like how it happen in purchase, sales and production, so please do watch my previous videos. You can get some sort of idea about the business practice and how we could implement this practice into Microsoft Dynamics Business Central ERP product. As well as before watch this video, if you don't have any idea about the production process, you must go to my YouTube channel and watch how I explain about the production process and how it implement to the ERP system. Right, guys? Let's start the discussion. Production process double entries. So in this video, I'm going to discuss basic double entries, but when it's come to business practice, there's a different kind of exceptional scenarios. Like sometimes you might issue over the plannings, like sometimes you get outputs more than we expected. Likewise, there are some business scenarios which has some issues with the user practices and the some information. So this video, I'm not going to go that level. I'm just going to discuss about the basic double entries, and next video I'll show you how we have to handle when there is exceptional cases and how it affect to the GL entries when there is exceptional cases. Right, let's start. Before start, let me draw the simple process. When we discuss about the production process, it start with the input, right, it's okay. Then process, output. Okay, this is the basic scenario. Right, from the process get output. Right, in the input we can have especially RM, which means raw material. In process, process can be blending process, sometimes it can be packing process. Likewise, there's a different stages based on the business scenarios. It's depend on the business scenario, what is the process, and output it might be semi-finished good or finished good. And this stage also, input stage also, we can identify semi-finished good as well. So if you have different stages in your production process, so sometimes in some processes your input can be finished good. Right, double entries. So when we start the production process, first we'll have to transfer raw material from raw material warehouse to production warehouse. That you must have to do. We use TO, transfer orders. For that, you transfer good for process, and after the process happened, you will have to transfer output result to the output process. It can be that also be done through transfer orders. Right, keep in your mind, when you are raising transfer orders, there will not be any double entries for your chart of accounts. There can be some odd entries. It's because if you are if you are calculating, or if you are getting profitability or details to the department wise or warehouse wise, you will have to have some entries. But we are talking about the general ledger entries. So we are talking about what will be the effect for the chart of accounts. So, and in that scenario, we cannot identify any double entries at the transfer ordering process. Then which process this will be happen? This process, this double entries transferring, right? It all happen in the process stage. How it happened? This is how it happened. Once you transfer raw material or semi-finished good in raw material warehouse to production warehouse, uh, you you have to start process. You are going to start process. Once you start the process, you will have to uh, input. You have to put items for a production process. Just imagine if you are some food manufacturing company, you will have to, like, think you are manufacturing chocolate. You will have to put raw materials to chocolate, like something blending process. Imagine blending process. So once you put that raw material to blending process, you will get double entries to your account. The reason is, I'll tell reason. Once you transfer raw material to process, it input process. Once you start the input process, double entries start like this. Now at the moment you are transferring raw material to production process, at the moment you are all the cost in raw material account. If you can't remember, if you don't have idea, go to the purchase process discussion. In that in this discussion, I told you, once we GRN good, once we get goods into our premises, our inventory account getting debit. It means if it is raw material account get debit, and vendor, or if we pay cash account get credit. Now at the moment raw material transfer to production process, it's still in the inventory, raw material inventory account, which means we still not started that production process, still it's in the production process as a raw material. So until you use this for the production process, until you put it to blending process, it remains as a raw material. Once you put it to blending process, now going to start double entries. How it happen is, once you put that raw material to your blending process, your inventory going down, which means your inventory account going credit side, which inventory is an asset. Decrease of asset will be uh, uh, credit. And which account it get debit? Actually it's get debit WIP account, which means work in progress account. WIP account get debit, inventory. What is this account? Is this asset account, liability account? What's this? This also an asset account. It's like what is the WIP means? Work in progress means now still in the process, not finished yet. So once you put your raw material to production process, once you put your raw material to blending process, your raw material in process. Now at the moment it's not raw material for raw material anymore. That's why we are removing it from inventory account. That's why we are credit inventory account. Then it comes to WIP account. WIP account also asset account, but it now it's not now in the as a inventory. It's as a work in progress accounts, right? This is how it happened. Still your item is in the process. Like if you have few stages, like in your chocolate manufacturing company, you have a process like washing, then after that blending, right? What else? I don't know. Like, let's get heating and like something packing. Likewise, you have some processes. Once you put into put it as the input, these process until finish this packing process, your items are in, your raw materials are in working progress stage. That's why we are debiting WIP account, because this input is, this raw material is not raw material anymore after you start the process. Still it's in some product manufacturing process. So that's why we identify it in WIP accounts. Now, hope you got some idea about the WIP account. Now, after the packing process, you get finished good, which means you are going to finish your production process, production order. What will happen? Okay, I'll write it in this side. Once you finish the production process, like I'll name this as a inventory account as the raw material inventory account. Right. Once you finish your production process, your item is not in the process. Now it's become a finished good. Like, first raw material become a WIP item, which means it's in process. Now after the process, it's comes as a finished good. It comes as a finished good. Now it's not as WIP anymore. So what we have to do? What's happened? Now you have another stock, finished good stock. Now what will be the double entries? Double entries will be, you will have to credit W, sorry, right here, you have to credit WIP account. What's the reason? WIP also work in progress items also an asset for the company. And what will happen here, once you finish the production order, your work in progress stage is getting finished. Now it's as a finished good, which means that WIP asset going down, decrease of the asset, you will have to record in WI credit side. Now which side it gets debit? Once you finish the production order, now you have new stock, new finished good stock. Finished good stock means it's an asset for your company, because that asset owns you, that inventory owns you, that finished good owns you. So that you have to record in debit side as the inventory, but not this inventory account. It must be finished good inventory account getting debit. Keep in your mind, these two accounts are not same GL account. It must be two GL account, because once you preparing your accounts, once you going for a like a stock count or something, you will get huge trouble with the valuations if you have same account for both. So hence that actually I haven't seen any company using same account for these two. They all all were using two separate accounts for that. So that's how it happened, and this is the very basic double entries for the production process. uh, First, once you issue raw material for the process, WIP gets debit, because WIP means now it's not as a raw material anymore, it's as a process. Now its process gets a debit, and inventory gets credit, because asset inventory is an asset. Decrease of asset we have record in credit side. Now in after the few hours or few days or few months, it's in the process, like uh, in the production process. Once production order finished, you can identify another inventory as a finished good. So increase of inventory we have to record in debit side, and this WIP account, you are not in process of manufacturing anymore, you finished all. Now that asset you will have record in credit side and finish the process. And other thing, the costings, this WIP, once you credit the WIP account, where once you got the uh, output, this account get tally each other, which means debit side get tally with credit side. As well as this WIP account, we are not recording on raw material. If you have labor or something also, we can go through these accounts based on the that cost and other incidences like other overheads. uh, and this is the basic process. And important thing, if you have any differences in these WIP accounts, like in WIP transaction, you must have to check what is the reason for that. If there is any difference, there must be high probability for uh, wrong postings for your GL account. So this is how, guys, this happen, very simple production process. Let's discuss about some complex scenarios. Like in the practice, you cannot start process with the like this, because sometimes you are like, sometimes you can forecast you have to uh, go this kind of quantity, but sometimes it can be vary, it can be less or it can be more than we expected. As well as sometimes in practice you issued 1,000 quantities, but through the system you have issued 1,200 quantities. And how you can handle that through the system? If you get finished good for that, which means if you cross the production order in the system, how it happened, how you can set off, how you can settle that mistake, how you can reverse that mistake. And if you already solved this finished good, how it happened. Because if you if you put input, if you record input some more than you actual, it will direct effect to WIP account, and it will direct effect to your finished good accounts. Not a finished good one, actually. It's for the item cost, it will direct effect, because cost will get more than the actual. And unfortunately, if you sell those items without identify that mistake, it will direct effect to your profitability, because inventory cost of goods sold value is going high, and you will get some low profit uh, scenarios like that. So let's discuss those things next video. At the moment, this is the basic process, and I think this is enough for you get some idea. If you have any doubt, if you have any problem about the production process and double entries, so please do contact me. And guys, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. I am going to upload all these videos to my YouTube channel, because you can watch all those videos in a proper order and proper manner. So that's it, guys. Until next video, stay safe. Thank you.